Hello, everybody. Greetings from Virginia, where my home is and where I've been working pretty much exclusively since March. We do have staff in the office every day. I go in 1 day a week, but for the most part, we continue to work from home, as I'm sure most of you do, and are trying to stay safe and healthy. Happily, everybody in the ASIS staff is healthy, and I hope that you and yours are as well. I thought I would do a video post today for the August Inside ASIS so that I could give you a little more insight into the annual meeting and what you can expect with that. As you can imagine, we have been hard at work on this. We have contracted with a vendor that we're really excited about that is going to help us make this the most user-friendly meeting experience we can. I'm sure many of you have now attended virtual meetings of some sort or another. And as you can imagine, they vary in quality and engagement. So we're really trying to strike a balance between getting as much content and good information to you, as well as creating an experience for you that is as close as possible to a in-person meeting, recognizing that that's pretty challenging online. So the meeting will be done in a combination of formats. Most of it will be on an online platform that we've contracted for. Some of it will be on Zoom, those things that we want a little bit more interaction between attendees. So workshops and tutorials will be on Zoom. The annual business meeting will be on Zoom. That will give all of you an opportunity to have an actual voice in the conversation as opposed to being more of a one-way. The meeting platform, then, where we'll have all of the panel and paper presentations and the keynote address and other big activities will be done on this platform, as I said, that we've contracted for. And the way that's going to work, we'll have several live sessions. The opening plenary address by Human Haddad, which we're really excited about, will be live, as well as the president's reception on the Sunday evening and the closing event on Thursday. So those are live. The rest of the sessions are half live, half recorded. And the reason we're doing that is we want to ensure that the content is delivered to you in a way that is as flawless as possible. So all of the panel and paper sessions will be recorded. Those will be shown, and then the presenters or the paper authors will be live in the meeting space for question and answer following each session. So it's some of it will be recorded so that we can ensure that there aren't any hiccups and dead microphones and that everybody's webcam works and all of that. But then everybody will be available afterwards for you to ask questions. That will be handled with a moderator. Questions will be submitted online, but the answers will be given live and in person. So I think that you'll get a good opportunity there to really interact with the speakers. We're going to have breakout chat rooms for on the first couple of nights. It'll be for the SIGs. That will be our version of SIG Rush for those of you that haven't been to an annual meeting before. SIG Rush is an opportunity for you to engage with the special interest group leadership and learn more about what they do and figure out ways that you can become more involved. So we'll have separate rooms for each of the SIGs that want to participate in that, where you can go and chat with the SIG leaders and learn more about their SIGs. And then the poster presentations are going to be entirely different this year. The posters will be handled in yet another platform. We're trying to fix this so that you don't have to have logins for every different place you go. We're not sure how well that's going to work yet, but we're getting there though. But the poster presentations will be done on a fabulous platform that will allow the presenters to really share an incredible amount of dynamic information with you. Each poster presenter is going to set their own presentation time, so you'll be able to go in and see a couple of days before the meeting opens who's presenting when and plan your schedule around when you want to be available for that poster presentation. And of course, the poster presenters will be available offline as well for further conversation and discussion. And the posters will stay online for a period of time after the annual meeting, so you can continue to go in and take a look. So hopefully, a great many of you that are listening to this have already registered for the annual meeting. If you haven't, we really encourage you to do so. We recognize that a lot of virtual meetings are now free or practically without cost. Please understand that the organizations that are doing that are largely significantly sponsor funded and have other sources of revenue other than meeting registration to support their meetings. That is not the case, unfortunately, with ASIS. We do work hard to try and secure more sponsors. If anybody out there knows of some organization that might want to sponsor the meeting, we welcome it. But we do rely heavily on the registration revenue in order to support the meeting. And the cost of producing an online meeting is not insignificant. It's definitely not the same as the cost of a face-to-face meeting, but there are a lot more technological expenses and human resource expenses than we have to put into the pre-meeting process for a virtual meeting. And so it is necessary for us to charge a fee for the meeting in order to recoup some of those costs. As I think many of you now know, we are offering a scholarship if there is anybody who is absolutely unable to attend the annual meeting due to the cost and due to circumstances beyond their control, largely created by the current pandemic. There is a scholarship available. And so please check online, email me if you're not sure how to access that. But we are offering a scholarship full meeting registration for those people that really could not otherwise attend. So we ask for those of you that do have financial resources and are able to pay the registration fee, please do. But if you really need help, we are available. We have a way to help you for that. So please don't hesitate to register. The sooner we know that you want to be at the annual meeting, the sooner we can start communicating with you about things you need to know about the meeting. So the earlier that you register, the better it is for everybody. In other ASIS news, it feels like all we're doing right now is getting ready for the annual meeting, but there are some other things going on. The FY19 audit was just finished. Look for that on our website in the next week or so. We will get that up and available to you. Our 990 has been filed. That will also go on our website when it is available. That has to get reviewed, obviously, by the IRS before we can publish that. Good news happening on the membership side, I think largely driven by the annual meeting registrations. We are seeing a great uptick in member joins. And so we are enthusiastic about that. This is the first time in really in my tenure at ASIS that we're starting to see those numbers eke up rather than down. And so that's the result of a lot of hard work by the staff and by members talking to other members about the value of membership in ASIS. And so we are encouraged by that. And the board reviews membership trends and data at every meeting. And so we're really keeping a close eye on where that's going. Our current member count is 1,401 members. We picked up one this morning. That ebbs and flows, of course, every day because there are people that aren't renewing their membership or they're not renewing their membership in a timely fashion. So the membership goes down when that happens. And then when those folks do renew, which they generally do, it goes back up again. So we always encourage folks, if they can, to renew as quickly as possible. That makes our planning much easier and our cash flow much more manageable. So we appreciate that. Hopefully, you know, there are various different ways now that you can be a member of ASIS. You can be a member, you can join or renew your membership for up to 2 years. So if you want a 2-year membership, we can arrange that. If there are any of you out there that are in the professional or retired categories and would like to pay your dues for the next 5 years, just contact us. We can make that happen. We don't have it set up in our system, but it's something we could do on the back end if that's something that's really important to you. We also have the option to pay your dues over the course of the year rather than paying them all up front. To do that, we do require that you put a credit card on file that is valid for the next 12 months. That way we can just continue to bill you and you can sustain your membership over 12 months. But that is a great option if you're having your own cash flow issues and need some flexibility in the way you're paying for dues. Big news just happened yesterday. The board approved the new strategic plan for 2020 to 2025. And I'm working right now on getting that on the website. So you can take a look at that. We got a lot of member feedback on it and incorporated a lot of new things that have come from the membership. Probably the most significant of that is a recognition of open access as a value of ASIS. Keeping in mind the financial realities of running an association and the fact that open access has a cost associated with it. So it's a balanced approach to open access, but we're really enthusiastic about getting that into the strategic plan. And there are some additional tactics and goals that we added in response to member feedback. So please take a moment to take a look at that. Two very important open positions with ASIS right now, one paid, one volunteer. The paid position is the editor-in-chief of JASIS. After 5 years of outstanding service, Javed Mustafa has chosen to step down from that role. He'll be there until the end of December, but we are searching for a new editor-in-chief. So please, again, check our website and consider applying for that if such a role is appealing to you. And there's a whole job description there. You can find out what's expected and required. The other open position is curator. Catherine Labar was our curator for several years, and she's opted to step down from that role now. This is a voluntary position, and it is really the curator is the individual responsible for ensuring that we maintain the history of ASIS through our documentation and all of the assets that live in ASIS, and making sure that we are being responsible about how we manage those assets, both historical and current. So that also on the ASIS website, if you go to the news section, you'll find both of those postings. And we encourage members to consider applying for either of those positions. So that, in a nutshell, are the big pieces of news of what's happening at ASIS right now. As you know, we have the ongoing activities of the ASIS Hour that's every month. There will be 2 of those in October, the topic of which will be annual meeting and how to navigate the annual meeting in a virtual format. We're doing one in the morning and one in the evening. So for those of you in every time zone, hopefully we'll reach you. We hope that you'll join us for that. And as always, my virtual door is open to everybody. So please don't hesitate to drop me an email or give me a call and let me know what's on your mind. We are eager to hear from you and be responsive in whatever way we can. Okay? Thank you very much for listening, and I look forward to seeing many of you at the annual meeting. Take care. Bye-bye.